workshop on lip shimmers and hand salves. I'm Teresa Chica.
I'm Cynthia.
I'm Deborah.
And I'm Tracy.
Oh, we're so happy that you are joining us today for this craft.
So let's get started.
Beautiful gifts from the hive. Here we go.
If you are joining us, you may have gotten a kit from the Lifelong Learning class prep, and we thought we would just do a quick little video to demonstrate how our best way to make lip balms and hand salves. And you have your handout recipe, and you'll notice that hand salve and lip balm is the same recipe. It can be the same recipe. So to simplify things, we're using the same exact recipe, and the only difference will be if you'd like to add different essential oils for different scents for the hand salves versus the lip shimmers. So, so to get started, we gathered all of our ingredients. So we have beeswax, coconut oil, shea butter, vitamin E oil, which is an optional nice oil, and essential oils. We have peppermint and lemongrass, and Teresa had a little lavender, so we might decide to add some of that later.
And then we have these beautiful little molds of 100% beeswax that we've included in the kit, and we're going to show you how to use it in your products.
Okay, so probably the best way to do this is by weight, because you can get more precise on the measurements. So we have a little handy kitchen scale here.
So this is a digital scale, and I'm just going to press a button, and it's going to say 0 pretty soon. I'll put it down.
You're tearing it.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it says 0, and then I'm putting this glass Pyrex container on it, and now I'm going to zero it out. I'm tearing it, so I'm got it at 0.
Yeah.
And the first product that we are going to add to our lip shimmer
Is 9 grams of beeswax.
Okay, so we've got this beautiful little bee. It's about 18 grams. We're going to cut it in half. And we're going to take half of it and put it into that. Now that says 7.
Okay.
But we've got some little, you can take some of this and add it to it, or we have some little extra pieces here. And now it says 11. Okay, that's too many. And so we'll just tear that in half. And now we've got 9. So that's 9 grams.
Okay, and we want 24 grams of coconut oil.
Okay, we pre-measured this. So
And we like to use organic coconut oil. We always like to use organic things because buying organic supports the bees, because bees are pollinated a lot of products. So
So what I'll do is I'll tear this off again. I will zero that out. I'll put in the coconut oil, and that's 25, but 24. It measures differently sometimes. And then after that, we're going to add
shea butter. We got this shea butter. It's really nice. We got it from Rebecca's Apothecary here in Boulder, and it's a nice source for shea butter. But you can also find shea butter either online or at a natural food grocers.
Yeah.
It's pretty
It
common.
says raw and organic in that one. So
Yes.
And next, we're going to put that in. So I'm going to zero this one out again. And we'll see how many grams we need of this. 11. Is that what you
Perfect.
need?
Yep.
11. Worked out really well.
Okay, so that is it. It's very simple. We are going to put this on and melt it on the stove, and then we will show you our pouring it in and adding the essential oils in the next.
So we'll put this over on the stove.
Okay, and the great thing about Pyrex is that you can use it as a double boiler. And so Teresa's about to put it in a pot of boiling water. And then it has a spout to pour it from.
So everything has melted perfectly together, and I'm using this wooden skewer as a stir stick, which is really handy, and then you don't have to get wax on your spoon. And I'm using a little hot pad. Sometimes the handle gets a little warm. And I'm going to take it over and pour it into my tins.
But before we do that, we put all of our oils in.
Right, so right now, if you would like to have your hand salve and your lip shimmers the same, you can put the essential oil in now in this. But we thought we were going to do the lip shimmers a different scent from our hand salve. So we're going to put the essential oil directly into these little tiny tins. And I'm going to put in a little bit of peppermint oil, just about 2 or 3 drops. And Teresa's going to put 1 or 2 drops of lemongrass in each one of these tins.
So you can do any combination of essential oils. Some of our favorites are lavender and orange. I like rose scented geranium, and they all have different benefits for your skin.
Okay, so I have a bunch of little lip shimmers, and I have essential oil in the bottom, and now I'm gonna just pour, and I don't want to fill it up completely. I fill it just so you can see a little line inside, and it will drip a little bit, so sometimes I just hold it a little bit still, let that last drip drop before I move to the next one.
It smells so good.
It does smell good. And you could stir this up a little bit with your skewer if you'd like to disperse the essential oils. Okay. And I put out a few more than I thought I would need, just because I wouldn't want to run out. And for you at home, you might want to just pour a couple, like 1 or 2 lip balms, and save the rest for your hand salve. Okay. And I'm using this just to pour the last little bit in.
Great.
And now we're gonna mix, mix, mix.
And then do we want to do the mica?
And a couple of them, I think we should do the mica.
Okay.
So what we've given everyone is a little bit of sangria. Look at that color, isn't that beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't need very much. A little goes a long way. So it's 1/4 of a teaspoon for the entire
think that's
recipe.
enough?
It's a little bit much, I think.
Okay.
So we
Yeah.
just
So it's even less than
That's
a
just
quarter.
For the
cheese.
whole recipe, it's about 1/4 to a half
Oh, for
teaspoon.
the whole recipe.
Mhm.
Okay, so this
Yeah. mhm.
is pretty good, right?
Yep.
Just put that there.
and I'll stir it up.
And
You
usually,
want to do it pretty quickly so that it can disperse before it starts getting hard.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it might be easier to do it in the Pyrex container before we pour.
But this way we can save it.
You can individualize them.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like
It's beautiful. Do we want to do another one?
Yeah. Okay, maybe one more.
One more.
And this
Very
volume
rich
is
color.
for like thousands of them. It's a bulk supply from Rustic Essentials. But you can buy little tiny packets at Rebecca's Apothecary. I think it needs more.
Yeah, a
I
little bit more.
haven't really gotten those.
We'll mix it up a little bit more. Maybe that's be a lighter color, because you can have a darker color and a lighter color.
Yeah, depending on how much
Yeah.
you put in. Look at it, it's
Mhm.
turning.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's starting to get mixed.
So it's iron oxide and what is it? Just it's mica and iron oxide. The color is iron
Yes.
oxide.
That's a beautiful color. All right, I'll start mixing some of these other ones too.
Okay, are we gonna leave those the same, or? I think they're starting to solidify.
They are
already.
starting to get
Yeah, I think you're.
solid.
Okay.
Okay.
And don't waste this little bit that's on here. Rub it on your hand or put it on your lips. I would, but then I just get it all over my mask. So we wanted to mention a couple other ideas that we have for making the hand salves. You can either put your hand salve just in a tin like this, which you have, or if you happen to have any silicone molds or wanted to get some, they have really cute ones. And don't forget to look in the kitchen aisle, because sometimes for cooking they have these silicone molds, which are great for making hand salves.
And they're often like ice cube trays, aren't they?
They
The
could
silicone
be.
molds. Yeah.
Yeah.
In
so
fact, I
really
put,
fun.
once I pour the beeswax in, I put that in the freezer to let it set up, and it really works
pops
great.
out
Pops
easily.
right out.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you just make sure when you're doing this that you add a little extra beeswax to the recipe. So maybe an extra gram or so. And pop it in the freezer. Just pour it directly into the mold. Pop it into the freezer. and they pop right out and look just like this.
And a test to see whether or not you have enough beeswax for it to be hard enough is to pour some out like on a spoon and place that in the freezer. And then you can use it back your thumbnail and scrape it. See if you like that consistency, or you might have to add more beeswax or add more oil. And the ratio is usually about 1 part beeswax to 3 part oil for these softer lotions, and then you add more beeswax, like maybe 25% more.
And then you just do that directly in that Pyrex container,
Yeah.
and then you put it in a double boiler, and there you go.
Yeah. And here's another really cute example that Teresa had. Someone put cocoa powder on the top of this.
That sunflower, and it smells so good.
It does.
Makes
Smells
me
really
so
good.
And then
strong.
remember,
Yeah.
you can do any essential oils that you like. You can do pine scents, and you can do citrus or lavender. And then don't forget to do cute packaging. These are just a few things I gathered from the garden. Make a little bouquet that you can tie on as a bow.
So
To
pretty.
make a nice gift.
And you just gathered these things right from your garden?
Yes, this is
Look at rose
lavender
hips.
bunny tail grass,
Mm-hmm.
and this is rose hips.
Yeah. You can also use washi tape, probably, Sid,
Yeah.
to tape it down, like and go around the whole tin, for instance.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, or you can use a string of, or this is like recycled, upcycled fabric that's you've cut into strips,
Yeah.
which is great. But washi tape's nice because you can use it to write on a little message or a label of some
That's
kind.
cute.
Beautiful.
And be creative with your labels. We gave you some BeeChicas labels, but there's also this label, which you can write your own on. You can.
Tracy made those.
Yeah,
They're
you
beautiful.
can write a message to someone or the ingredients. That's what I was thinking. You might put the ingredients on the back in case anyone's allergic, but
Okay.
So thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope you have fun making beautiful gifts from the hive.